I'm ready. I'm ready like Freddie.
Look here, everybody.
My name is Jelani Dean.
Alinda O'Leary.
Stephen Pfeiffer.
Bill, D-A-U-G-H-T-R-Y.
My name is Trajan Franklin, and I take pictures and videos and floor management and stuff with the AV team. And, okay, that's enough.
I started making pictures because I was inspired by some of the stuff that my father did. And out of the things, and he wasn't a professional photographer, he was a post office worker, but he always had cameras and he always enjoyed taking pictures. And what I didn't realize until years after he had left this life, that he literally created a visual history of my life and our family's life that I can go back to now 50, 60 years later and say, oh yeah, I remember that. So I started making pictures because of the memories it creates, because of the history that it documents, and I enjoy making pictures. I just like doing it now.
For as long as I can remember, I've always had a camera and I've always liked taking pictures. So now I've become kind of like the family archivist and actually the archivist at Fountain as well. I always take pictures of every event and people will come to me. I know you have pictures, so that's kind of become my role, to be the archivist and storyteller, if you will.
Well, I started out as a viewer, you know. I was always in the family photo albums, watching my mom's home movies, you know, running back and forth to go see and like piece the narrative, asking my grandma stuff. So kind of capturing that element, you know, that emotional core, and then wanting to broaden that, you know, produce the same feeling for others.
I always loved media, especially TV. We had a TV right in the bedroom when I was a little kid, and that was my classroom every day. And whatever I saw, I mimicked. And eventually, I didn't just want to mimic what I saw, I also wanted to create videos, create pictures, and all that good stuff of myself. So yeah.
Why did I start making pictures? For me, I am a big movie person, so growing up I would be locked into the screen. So things being very vibrant, a lot of colors, a lot of contrast. Going out, I am Midwestern, I'm from Indiana, so going out hiking and things like that, I loved the imagery of the trees and the rivers and the waterways and things like that. So to be able to capture that, having a particular eye, because not everybody can do it, being able to move forward and show others that what I have captured is really, it felt good.
My very first Canon product was a Rebel XT DSLR. So I had had cameras in the past. I had film cameras. None of them were Canon. I had a Yashica, I had a Pentax. My first digital camera was a Nikon Coolpix. One of my kids gave it to me. It was something I could slide in my pocket. So I'm a Dell computer user, okay? And I have an account. And one day I'm on this account just looking, you know how they always invite you to shop, and there it was. Canon Rebel XT, digital camera. I said, okay, I'll try this. And I enjoyed it immensely to the point that, okay, that was my first Canon camera. Since then, I've had a T7i, a T7, a 90D, a 5D Mark III, 5D Mark IV, Canon R, and I currently have a Canon R5. So I could tell those stories and make those pictures.
My first Canon was a film Rebel. And from there, I've had a Rebel XT and I've had the SL line of Rebels. I have had the SL1 and now I have the SL3. I've had a 60D and now I have an R10 as well.
Now my first Canon project, I'll say the first one I used, that was probably the C100 back in high school. Our film program had that and we used to just shoot small narrative shorts on that. And then that kind of influenced me to, I'll say that built my brand loyalty. And then I went and purchased a Canon M50.
I think my first Canon product was a camcorder that my parents rented from Rent-A-Center when we went on vacation in 1998. After the vacation, I just took it because I think we had it for like another month or something. I just took it and I just was going around the house like filming everything. And I think that summer I created my own little mini movie. It was like an hour long where I played a bunch of different characters and I would like literally, I didn't have any editing software yet. So I just would like record myself in one outfit, push pause, and then go change my outfit, come back, hit record, and do another character. And we were talking to each other and I did that for hours.
My first Canon was probably like Steph, not as 1998 as when I was born, but I also had a Canon camcorder as my family would go on road trips all the time, so we went in an RV. I think we went to Hershey Park and on our way up to Maine, but we're taking pictures and recording inside and outside, and you know, there were cow farms and there were roller coasters and there were all the things in between. So I mean, I would say the camcorder was a great start and hold, but yeah, that's where I started.
There would be no Eyes of Fountain without Canon cameras. We started, first let me explain that Eyes of Fountain is our video unit. We do productions as opposed to the live stream that goes on with a different unit in the sanctuary of the church. But we've done podcasts, we have done our weekly announcements, we have done many features, we have covered many events right here on the Fountain campus because of our Canon cameras. And when Eyes of Fountain first started, we were trying to figure out a name for it. One of the names that came up was Canon Shooters, because everybody in our group, and there are 5 of us, shot with a Canon camera except for one person, but that's okay, we still love him. But everybody else had a Canon camera. And before we got these C70 cinema cameras, we were using our own individual hybrid cameras. And it presented some problems. It presented a lot of problems. But once we got a standardized set of cameras where we could make everything look the same, well, Eyes of Fountain really took off. And it took off in terms of the work that we do and the work that we try to do. But frankly speaking, without our C70s, I'm not sure that there would be an Eyes of Fountain to even talk about. It's made our production more simple, it's made our production more streamlined, it's made it more uniform, and it's also allowed us all to learn about cinema cameras.
The Canon cameras have made the Eyes of Fountain really a team. We've been able to do what we do well. It's made our work more cohesive and streamlined, and the product we're able to put out with the Canon cameras has been above and beyond what we were able to do before we started working with the Canon cameras.
Canon cameras have elevated us from video coverage to genuine cinematography. I mean, beyond just all of the team members having the same interface to work with and coordinate, it's improved our ability to just put out different types of content, you know, beyond just going down into the sanctuary and recording service. It's given us the ability to produce things such as podcasts, small skits and things in our own space, in our own studio.
Everything. The list goes on and on, the things that we were able to do. And it's very exciting. I mean, we're doing this on Canon cameras right now, so.
Oh boy. Everything and all. I mean, 1, 2, 3. We have the Eyes of Fountain. We're practically all Canon. So I mean, Canon has been a blessing. Being able to come and check us out and send cameras, trusting us to not damage them. But that communication, I feel, is an umbrella word, but we use it so much, it just gets thrown all over the place, but the importance, it speaks magnitudes.
It's important for us to continue this relationship because, again, it allows us as a unit to perform as one because we're all using the same equipment and we've all pretty much been along the same learning curve. I mentioned before that we were all using our own individual hybrid cameras. Well, these cameras that Canon has provided for us, the C70s, they've given us a base foundation to learn from. And everyone in our unit knows how to operate this camera. They know how to operate this machine and get the most out of it and get what we need out of it. This is why it's important for our relation to continue because, again, without you, we're dead. We're dead. We couldn't do what we do without Canon cameras.
It is important for our relationship with Canon to continue because that will allow us to continue to do the work that we do at a higher level. And I know with the support of Canon, we'll be able to do that in the future.
The relationship that we built with Canon has given us access, right? Access to, one, the technology, but also to reach our community members here at Fountain in a new way. So I think that continuing that would only give more opportunities for us to do the same thing, but also elevate, you know, teach new eyes how to get into the media production landscape, things like that. So yeah, I'm really grateful for what we've been able to achieve with Canon, but I mean, the sky's the limit from here.
It's not just about how top-notch their equipment is, but I think the relationships we were able to build with some of their staff. They understand our needs and they want to really help us improve what we're doing here. It's great to talk to people who understand what's going on and speak your language.
Like I said previously, with them being able to come back and check us out and we work together, it has definitely benefited us as a learning standpoint. It's benefited us as a church as we have come together because initially it was like these people are taking pictures in the sanctuary and it was a little uncomfortable, but Canon has definitely been a big name to be like, hey, this is who we're working with, to be able to have some standpoint as far as, oh, okay, this is a professional here.
Look here, everybody.
Peas and hair grease.